All right, so we're back for another 10-minute. I already forgot what these are called. We're back for another 10-minute tutorial on animation fundamentals. So let's get directly into it. I'm going to take the first minute to explain what's going on, and that is anticipation. Anticipation, in my opinion, is the most important fundamental skill because that is so much of what gives texture and life to anything that you animate. Be it conceptually like a ball just waiting to go, or or even a full human being who is just like very shy at the corner of a building and they know they have to jump off even though they have a bungee cord. If they jump off, then at the very end the bungee cord just it goes tight, and that pause at the bottom, the anticipation of you waiting to make sure that they go back up, all of those things are what animation is all about. So what I've done, instead of doing too much in real time at the beginning, I have animated some examples, and this one is a somewhat low anticipation uh, movement. I didn't want to do another bounce. That isn't what this one's about. So, but using the ball to experiment, we have it kind of move and blurp, and at the top, you see that it has only about 5 or 6 frames, all the way, yeah, 5 frames before it starts like going. And what that gives you is like it's a readable action, but it doesn't, you don't really feel like the ball has a lot of weight. It could have more. Uh, and the ending, while fun, is not what we're talking about today. So I cranked it up a bit. Same keyframes, but more weighting at the beginning. So you get this result of like and that horrible sound effect that I made you listen to is sort of what this is all about. So holding something, even if you go all the way to the end and the end has extra frames in it, you'll feel a result. And most of this is about getting the feeling that you want in an animation, considering it's uh, most of this is about feeling an animation, as opposed to like the poses themselves. Although the poses poses lead to anticipation in their own ways as well. So adding frames at the top, the process here was literally come in. I'm going to pause it. Come in, select this set of keys, and put extra frames in between them. And this was done quite a bit. But as you add frames, you can see the result, but the way that it changes how everything feels, that is your ultimate goal. So if I went and added another round to this heavy anticipation, and as long as my drawings are relatively consistent, you just keep feeling more. And man, aren't we all just trying to feel something? Anyway, let's not get too silly, which is a lie. We will get sillier and sillier as this goes on. And I'm going to try not to fuss with this because there is another animation example that I want to animate and show just how much anticipation matters. Like your poses and your timing are it. Like that's your animation. So you treat them nicely, and they will treat you nicely in return. We're going to do this so that it doesn't look funky for everything else. Presentation is important. Appeal is one of the is one of the important I forgot the words. 12 fundamentals of animation. When I remember those words, I will feel like a silly boy. But just that little bit of extra time is felt across the board. And the difference of each one of these is very visible. Uh, so let's do this in a different way. So 7 frames at 24 frames a second, we have these poses, and these poses, like they have feeling, they have some squash and stretch, and there's some flow in there, but there's absolutely no timing in between them. So let's put it all on threes. So on threes, like you still get it, you can see what's going on, but it's not really there. So let's put it all on fours. And on fours, the timing of the action, we're gonna do it all the way. Let's do it all the way to the end of our take here. So if that's the timing of our action, it's all too even, it's too evenly spaced out, but the poses and the like, if the timing is right but the spacing is wrong, the anticipation isn't going to be felt, and you basically don't have animation. You have something that's not fun. So let's take that, and we're going to add more anticipation at the beginning. So we're going to add 2 frames. We're going to add 3 frames here and subtract 3 frames from, let's see, where do we want to take it from? This frame right here is we definitely don't want to hang on this frame for very long, but we could, and it would change the flow of a lot of things. But this one is absolutely not one we want to hang on at all. So we're going to take 3 frames out of that, and we're going to take, let's just see what that did. So immediately you can see sort of the result of hanging on a pose and then making another pose take longer. So let's do it again. I feel like we have our first pose here. We're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna add another frame to this one, and we're gonna take one away from or key 3. It's not frame 3. It's key 3. Key 3PO. So not really felt. It definitely did something, but it didn't do enough. So let's take another frame away from this one and another frame away from this one. And let's add both of those into the end. Okay. And we're just gonna add one to the end to make it nice and even here. So let's go extreme. We're gonna take 2 away. We're gonna take 2 away. We're going to hold those extra frames on this one. So now exact same timing, but new spacing. And now you can start feeling what I'm going for with the example. What we can do at this point, we can start adding breakdowns, and you add breakdowns at specific spots to give you even more of that sort of feeling. So let's do it here, and let's see what this changes with. About a minute left to go. I'm going to try to keep these at 10 honest minutes and not 10 Adrian minutes. Those are 2 different things. I'll be there in a minute means I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so let's give it a good old-fashioned smear, and we're gonna wave the arms back so that as this blob is turning, I want you to feel that they're putting a lot of force into this, and you could noodle this all day. You could add so many keyframes into this. the feet aren't really, this foot isn't really moving, but this foot back here has already pirouetted. And let's say that we're going to put some extra anticipation on that by keeping this foot up and have it look like it's going to slam down. And we're going to go for one more minute because we had a minute of explanation. And let's add this frame where the foot is down first. So you still have the anticipation of what's going on with the head, the hand and arms, but the head has made it to its location. The arms are making it to their destination, and whatever energy attack or bending or anything that this character is doing is going to be super duper felt. Super duper. Okay. Now that we have that, let's see what the fruits of our labor have done. And we don't have any settle frames at the end, so that is another big thing. A lot of this is trying something and seeing how it works for what you're trying to do. Okay, so I'm going to add a frame here, and I'm also going to redraw this thing again. So I don't need that one. I just need this frame. Yes. So there's a significant amount of weight. There's a significant amount of swing. You start adding horribly drawn perfect arms down. And the way that the character reacts to their own force is another sort of anticipation. And we're getting much closer into weight, but this is how you would like sort of show the reaction of what the character is doing. The like anticipation and reaction are two of the major things that make animations feel good. Like if somebody throws a punch, they're going to wind up, they're going to hit, and then the hit, there's what the hit does, but there's also the after effect of the hit. Do they slam into a wall? Do they fly 55,000 feet into the sky and then explode? Like there's, I know that's a super specific example, but while my animation is not perfect, I do hope that it gets the point across what I'm trying to show. And that is as long as I am going to go today. Thank you for watching. And anticipation is, for a very long time, my tagline was anticipation is animation, because it is so fundamental to everything that you do. All right. With that, I'll talk to you next time. I'm going to just hit stop record.